Hey everybody, welcome to Nevada Trails. I'm Jake.
I'm Brian.
Thanks to the Brewery Arts Center and the Pine Nut Mountain Trails Association for supporting us. Couldn't be here without them.
Exactly. And we here at Nevada Trails are here to show you what there is to do in Nevada for recreation, how to do it safely.
How to do it safely and give you the tools you need to get more involved and really enjoy Nevada Trails. Tonight we're going to be talking to Dotty Dennis from Husky Express Dog Sled Tours and
checking out some cowboy action shooting.
Cowboy action shooting.
Which is competitive speed shooting.
So we got some shooting and some dog sledding. So it ought to be interesting, huh?
It should be a good show.
Hope you enjoy it. This is Nevada Trails.
From the moment she met him, he kicked her heart around. She told me no, but I'm a trouble junkie, don't know how to put him down. Then she told me this happens all the time. Falling in and out and up and out with hips kinda tired. Sister, I know what you've been through.
And we're here with Dotty Dennis from the Husky Express Dog Sled Tours and Sierra Ski Touring. Thanks for coming out, Dotty.
Thanks,
Nice
Dotty.
to be here. Thank you for asking me.
So you do dog sledding.
That's correct.
Okay, and I guess why don't we go into a little bit of your history. You've been doing dog sledding for how long?
Well, I started dog sledding when I lived in Las Vegas, actually, in 1972.
Nobody would expect that, huh?
Exactly. All the snow down there.
Yeah. And you had friends that were involved in it? Is that how you got
Yes, I had
introduced
a
to it?
lady that was doing it, and she invited me to go to several races up in the San Bernardino Mountains up in Southern California. So I went to some of those races and decided, boy, this looks like a lot of fun, so started getting some dogs.
Did you start out by just getting into the races, or was it more of a hobby that became races? Or
No, I started training them specifically because I was very interested in running in the races.
Competitive.
Competitive. I've always been a competitive person.
And basically, dog sledding's been around for how long?
Well, long time.
Probably a
It
long time.
started in Russia and came over to New England, and
Since the books began, since people have been keeping records, basically.
Since
And
it
then
was-
America dog sledding, you said, was in...
started in New England. The New England Sled Dog Club is probably the oldest dog sled club in the country.
it's like early 1900s, somewhere in there?
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I would imagine originally, I mean, this was a means of transportation for people. And,
Yes,
and
definitely.
people being competitive, they just started competing and racing with them. Huh?
That's about it.
Exactly. If you can drive something, you can race it. And then, so let's get in a little bit to the equipment that's required for dog sledding. I guess just a general, when you go out, what do you have?
Well, do we want to start with the cart training? The
Okay, so in summer in Vegas.
Yeah, and right. We started with a three-wheeled cart. Weighs about 350 pounds.
Wow.
We hook up. That's we hook up the 8 dogs with. Now, if you have start with smaller dogs with 3 dogs, I had a very light cart back then that I would hook my 3 dogs to, and we'd just get up really early in the morning because Vegas being hot like it is, and we'd go down the dirt roads on our little cart in the mornings and train.
Catching some looks along the way, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely! Right on I-15 going into Vegas.
And obviously for the snow you use a sled.
Right.
What types of different sleds are there?
Well, you have a toboggan sled, which is the style of sled they use on the Iditarod Trail Sled Dog Race. And that was designed by a gentleman from, I believe it was from Minnesota, named Tim White. And it was designed specifically for the Iditarod Trail Race. But you'll find most of the dog sled tour providers are using toboggans. They sit low to the ground. They don't bog down so much if you get the heavier snows. And the other style sled is your lightweight racing sleds. And there's a lot of the wooden ones that are still out there. But now with all this new technology, and I don't really know the names of some of the materials that they're using in the new ones, but you'll see all kinds of different things, and everybody's trying to shave weight off of their sleds for because it's a timed event in the races. So you'll see a lot of different style sleds if you go to a
Make
dog
them
sled race.
lighter and stronger, I would imagine. Huh?
Yes, yes.
And then you got the lines, which is, I guess I would call them the ropes.
Yeah, we
dogs can
call
pull
them
on.
we call them the lines, and we have one the main line that goes down the middle, and that's what you hook the dogs to, and then you have a tug line, and that's the line that'll go to the back of the dog's harness, and then you have what we call a neck line, and you'll hook the dog from its neck.
Okay, so
To
there's
the
two
line.
dogs typically on each, or there's one dog on each side,
Yeah,
basically.
you see one dog on each side, and you get to the leaders, and you can have either a single lead dog up front, or you may have a double lead, 2 dogs up there.
So they can race, kind of.
And usually
each other.
the best way to train your leaders is if you have a trained one, because it'll teach the other one. That's the fastest way to train leaders.
Okay.
Huh.
And then how do you stop the sled?
We have a brake
Okay.
that slows them down. And then if we have to get off the sled to untangle a dog or something like that, we have what we call a snow hook, and we plant the snow hook in the snow,
Okay.
and then get off and do what we need to do.
So it's a loose piece, or it's something that's attached to the sled?
It's
and you just put
attached
it
to
down?
the sled. It's
Okay.
attached to the sled, and then if we need to use it, I bend down and stick it in the snow
Okay.
and get off and
So
untangle the
no
dog.
big
and-
boat anchors or nothing.
Yeah, no big boat anchor, no. It's called the snow hook.
Well, I guess how does the brake work? Is it just a pedal that you step on and it's like a... I
Well, the
guess-
toboggan sleds have a brake that goes all the way across,
Okay.
and it's got 2 little things that go like this with an ice thing on the bottom of it. So if you get ice, and you can sharpen those or not
It's like a
sharpen
pick
those.
that goes in.
Like a pick,
Okay.
right. And down in California, we really have ice, so I never sharpen mine, but in Alaska, where they get a lot of ice, they really sharpen those.
Sure.
And the
Something to
main
dig,
piece
huh?
of equipment, I guess, would be the dogs.
The dogs. You do have to have dogs, yes.
Well, what, are there specific harnesses? Sorry,
Yeah.
my mind just jumped. You
yes.
got the lines, and then is there a harness?
Yeah, there's
that-
several styles. We use what they call the X-back. This kind of X is like this.
Okay.
And then they have another style called the Pro harness, which comes basically straight like this with like a piece across the top. And those fit better on your longer Alaskan-style dogs, or longer
Okay.
type dogs. And
I would
so
imagine
that's basically the 2 styles.
the harnesses, they would pull more on the body rather than just the neck, wouldn't
No,
they?
you don't want the dogs pulling on from their necks. That's
Right,
why our
it would
harnesses
injure it.
are long, and they're
Uh-huh.
pulling. You want them pulling from their hindquarters, not
Oh.
from their necks. So when you
Okay.
see those little short harnesses, sometimes they'll sell at pet stores. Those aren't for pulling.
Okay.
Okay.
They're for like tracking and things
And
like
so,
that.
now, I guess the dogs are trained, and they take quite a bit to train the dogs. Time-wise, basically, you get them from when they're a puppy.
Right, and start them out as a puppy.
Uh-huh.
And what we do is, I just treat them like any ordinary puppy training when they're little. You know, when they're about 3 to 4 months old, you know, I've got this little teeny weeny harness, and I'll put that on them and then play with them, and
Just
then
get them used to it.
yeah, and put a little a leash on the back, and you know, run them
I'd
around.
pull you
and-
on your skates.
No, they do that. I have a friend that does that. Yeah, I'm not into that, but I know people that are. Some people even use skateboards.
Wow.
And then you
Okay.
house them.
The
at your
carrying's
place.
got to be really important. How you the kennels or the houses or.
Well, what we do is we have 2 very large exercise areas. We have 10 acres where we live in a special use permit to keep this many dogs. And we keep 2 to a kennel. Huskies are a very social breed of dog, and they really like to have a buddy with them.
Cool.
Okay.
So we keep them there, and then like in the summertime when it's really warm, we've got shade that like tennis netting over the top, and then we've got the little wading pools that we fill with water, and
Oh,
they can
cool.
get out there and cool off. And
So if somebody wants to get involved in this, they want to start out doing it, they have the commitment for the years to come, they have like on the website, the sndd.org,
that's correct.
you can go to a bunch of links, Sled Dog Central, Sled Dog Central that is.
Sled Dog Central, there's a lot of
Okay.
information on there, and a lot of places where you can order equipment. And
Okay.
And if they
books.
want to check it out with you, they can go to highsierra.com.
That's correct.
And that's High Sierra all together?
Altogether.
All one word.
.com. What's the phone number that they could reach you out if they were interested in getting a hold of you?
775-782-3047.
All right.
Very good.
Well, I wish we had a lot more time. It sounds really cool, but thank you, and lots of good information.
Yeah.
But the webpage they're not going to get if you don't say /SST
Okay.
on the end.
Okay,
You
so
won't
it's
get it.
highsierra.com/SST.
/SST. That's
Very good.
correct.
Cool. Thank you.
All
for
right.
Thank
coming
you
out,
very
Dotty.
much.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Dotty.
it.
Thank you.
We have a cool mountain biking event coming up. It's the St. Patty's Day Feast. That is in Bootleg Canyon near Boulder City, Nevada. It's March 15th and 16th, and there's some downhill and some Super D mountain bike racing.
Yeah, and these are the hardcore downhill.
Yeah. I was reading online, and it's like a 30-mile thing. So it really looks interesting and kind of fun. Something happening down in southern Nevada. And the Super D races are on Saturday, March 15th at 10 a.m. And the downhill is Sunday, March 16th at 10 a.m. So should be pretty cool.
And we got some skydiving stuff coming up. That's a Skydive Tahoe's put on a boogie, and basically what they're going to do is they put on classes and stuff like that. So if you're a skydiver in the local area, it's a way to promote skydiving, and so you can learn.
Go there and hang out and share the knowledge and
Exactly.
Just have a good time.
Yeah, and so Friday night there's a barbecue, and that's going to be at the Backroads Bar. And you have to make reservations prior to with Skydive Tahoe for that if you want to go. And just meet other skydivers, just kind of promote the sport in the area. And then Saturday, February 23rd.
You can head to the landing zone, or is that
Yeah.
part of this?
And you don't have to jump or anything. You can go out there for free and just watch people skydiving. But there's going to be a lot of people jumping, so you can go out there and watch.
That'd be like
landings.
nonstop action. That'd
Exactly.
be cool to watch.
Exactly. And then there's classes and all that stuff, so you can improve your skills, inverted flight, all that stuff. And then Sunday is basically canopy and more skydiving skills, but canopy relative stuff where you're hooking into other canopies. And
Wow.
so it's pretty hardcore skydiving.
Uh-huh.
Should be a good time, and you can go check it out. You don't have to buy anything or anything like that. You can go check out the landing zone or the drop zone. And
Very
that's
cool.
SkydiveTahoe.com for more information on that.
Okay. And then March 21st and 23rd, there's the 5th annual Spring Rally West land sailing event. So, we went out and covered the land sailing, so it's kind of cool. It is coming here. Ivanpath Dry Lake near Primm, Nevada, and you can check that out at www.landsail.net.
And the land sailing is pretty cool. It started off a little slow, but once we got moving, boy,
there's a little more power than you realize once you get in there, and it's just really kind of, I guess, like hang gliding, huh? It's just you get out there and it's quiet, and you're just kind of boogieing along.
And there's going to be tons of people out there too. So, and then we got some stuff coming up for the skiing. There's going to be a super pipe at Sierra Tahoe competition there, February 24th. And February 23rd, there's going to be at Bear Valley. There's going to be a big air competition.
So, and then February 29th and March 1st is the Kawasaki Team Green Laughlin U.S. Hare Scrambles. It's supposed to be the most technical motorcycle desert race in the U.S. So you can check that out at www.desertracing.com.
Should be a good time.
Hi, I'm Bill Dart with the Off-Road Business Association. We represent motorcycle and ATV dealers, four-wheel drive dealers in Nevada, and we're here today to talk about the route designation process. It's so important to the future of your ability to travel on our back roads in Nevada. The Forest Service is in the process of doing a travel plan process where they need to identify all roads and trails for future use to be designated, and they need your help in finding these routes, identifying them, and getting them in the analysis process to be designated, hopefully long term. So check with your local Forest Service office. Right behind them, the BLM will be doing the same thing. Check with your local BLM office. Ask to be put on their mailing list so you'll know what's going on, and ask to be put on that specifically for the travel plan process. So do your part today so you can ride tomorrow, and your grandkids and your great-grandkids can do it in years to come. Thanks for your help.
Hi, I'm Deidre St. Louis. I'm the National Off-Highway Vehicle Program Manager for the Forest Service, and I'm here today at a workshop in Reno, Nevada about travel management planning. And one of the things that I wanted to pass on to the trail users in Nevada is that it's really important not only for the off-highway vehicle enthusiasts to get involved in the planning process, but also for the equestrians, hikers, mountain bikers, and other non-motorized users to get involved too. And one of the main reasons is that the access that you currently enjoy to your trailheads, it will also be, or would need to be included in this designation process to maintain your access to those trailheads and campsites and things like that that you use. So again, I think it's really important for those users to get involved in the travel management planning process also.
I'm here with Charlie Cox from the Nevada OHV Coalition, and we're at the National OHV Conservation Council's Trail Mapping Seminar. So thanks for coming out there, Charlie.
Good to be here, Brian. Thanks for having me.
And so you just started the Nevada OHV Coalition?
Yes, we did. It's a new organization that represents all off-highway motorized recreation uses within the state.
And that pretty much includes everybody, even the hikers and bikers. If you leave the pavement, then you pretty much go off highway.
If you want to use the public lands in our state, you need to know which roads that you're going to be able to do that on, and you need to have those roads and trails accessible to you.
Now, I guess you guys got your directors and stuff, and you're also looking for people in each county to get signed up and just kind of be county liaisons.
That's correct. We are looking for as much public involvement as we can get. We're looking for clubs and organizations and local groups, individuals on a county by county area around the state to keep us informed of what your local needs are.
Welcome to Nevada Trails. My name's Alan Roney, and today's show is about cowboy shooting. We're at the Washoe County Regional Shooting Facility, 22 miles north of Sparks, Nevada. And as you can see, it's January and it's cold out here with snow on the ground. We're going to talk with some folks and show you a group of folks that are the Root County Cowboy Shooting Association. They also are a part member club with Single Action Shooting Society. What they do, they shoot cowboy guns, they dress up like cowboys, and then they shoot steel targets. They don't act and do any of that kind of stuff like you might think about cowboy shooting. They just do shooting. Now that we're talking about shooting, let's talk about safety. As you can see, I have ear and eye protection, and I'm away from the live range. When they had a shoot, they're real professional here. They talked about safety. They had a safety briefing. They talked about how to hold the guns, where to load the guns, how to shoot the guns, and how to unload the guns. That's very critical when you're dealing with guns because safety is really the most important thing. And we want to have fun out here, and no one wants to get hurt. As you can look over to my right, you're going to see a whole bunch of people getting ready to shoot. As you can see, they're dressed in period clothing, with cowboy hats, cowboy gear, and they shoot cowboy guns. And we're going to show you some of that and introduce you to the Root County Secretary, who's also the point of contact on the website. So you can get more information if you're interested in coming out here and shooting. Each table set up his guns and have everything safe and in a good position. This is all about safety, and that's why it's such a fun sport, because everyone's playing by the rules and doing what's responsible and safe. Okay, as you can see, the shotgun is loaded. He shoots, there's a pop-up. He shoots at the pop-up, reloads, engages 2 more steel targets. He's using a side-by-side with exposed hammers. He walks over to the rifle, picks it up. With 10 rounds, he's going to engage 3 targets. They call this the Nevada sweep. They start from the left, work their way to the right, and engage all their targets. Now he's drawing his first pistol, shooting 5 rounds. Drawing his second gun. As you can see, he's using a 2-handed shooting method. And then once he's complete, he gathers his guns and moves to the safety unloading table. The safety officer makes sure that all rifles are clear, all guns are clear, the rifle, both pistols, and the shotgun. So when he walks offline, we know for a fact that this person's safe and all his guns are empty.
Need to hand off a counter badge here.
Here you have the cleanup officer. He cleans up all the brass and shotgun ammunition so that we keep this range, which is a public range, safe and clean. We're responsible out here, and they act responsibly.
I'm Russ T. Chambers, the editor for the Root County Cowboy Shooters Association. I've been in cowboy action shooting now for probably pushing 20 years. Started down in Southern California and then shot down there for several years before moving up to Reno. Discovered that at the time there were no cowboy action shooting clubs up here, but found out that there was one that was getting started, which now has evolved into Root County Cowboy Shooters. And we've been Root County Cowboy Shooters for about 17 years now. 16 is officially RCCSA. It's a fun sport. Involves the entire family sometimes. We've had people with sons and daughters shooting, husbands and wives, and it's just a lot of fun. And you get to dress the part and play your old West fantasies.
Here's the next shooter. He's at the getting ready. He's just got the go-ahead. He's loading his shotgun. This is a pump shotgun. He's loading again to engage the next two targets. He's moving over to his rifle. 10 rounds, 3 targets. Has two-handed pistol. Doing the Nevada sweep. Total 10 rounds. 5 each pistol. And he cleaned that with pretty good time and speed. As you can see, when he puts those shotguns and rifles down, he leaves their action open. This is a safety feature to make sure that it's safe as possible. That's how we do it here. Root County Cowboy Shooting Association. As you can see, we're looking at the gun carts. They're very different, each one of them unique. Some are handmade by the folks that are out here shooting, some are purchased. The average cost for the ones purchased anywhere from $300 to $500 depending on the amenities. They're designed, what the name entitles is to tote your guns around. You can see some of the folks have their shotguns, rifles. Their pistols are always in their holsters, but they might have additional pistols in their gun boxes. The gun boxes, though, are primarily for ammunition and all the things you might need for your guns as far as lubrication, cleaning, anything like that. Especially the black powder shooters, they need to clean their guns several times because of the black powder marring up their actions. What you're looking at here are Rusty T's Chambers guns. As you can see, to be in a cowboy shooting, you need 1 shotgun, 1 rifle, and 2 pistols. Now there's different ones you can use, and it depends on what category you're shooting under, that there are some restrictions. In this case, we have a double-barrel shotgun with exposed hammers, 12 gauge. We have a 1873 Winchester in what caliber, Rusty?
45 Colt.
And 45 long Colt. And then we have the 2 single-action Colt replicas probably in 45 long Colt. So what's nice about that is you have your pistols and your rifles shooting the same caliber ammunition, which makes it nice not only for reloading, but also for just keeping consistency. If I was thinking about cowboy shooting, it'd probably be a good idea to come out to you guys, watch you shoot a bit, talk to you guys before I went and bought something so I don't make a mistake and am not satisfied with my purchase.
What we recommend is, because especially on the rifles there are so many different models and styles, if you come out here and ask people are more than willing to let you try their rifle, and you can tell whether or not it's something you want to actually go out and spend the money for. Same with the shotguns. If you want to try a 97, try it, see if you like it, or see if you want to go with a mule-eared gun or maybe a hammerless double.
So really it's recommended, no matter if you're interested, come on out and talk to people, have fun. They're more than willing to introduce you to it, to let you shoot some rounds and some guns if you want to. And you're real friendly, so it's not a big stressful place, and you're welcoming. And even if I'm not dressed in period, I could come out and learn what it's all about.
Right. Being a local club in that, we tend to be very lax in enforcing the strict letter of the law, other than the safety factors. We do request that you don't come out wearing tennis shoes, Bermuda shorts, and t-shirts, but you can come out and watch like that. But if you want to shoot, a pair of old blue jeans, pair of work boots, an old work shirt is more than sufficient. And the other thing is no baseball caps.
That makes sense. One of the questions I had while I was standing here is, what about kids? What's the age restrictions?
There really is no age restriction other than the child be safe and competent with a firearm. The parent has to be present, of course. We haven't had too many extremely young shooters. I would say that at major matches you're going to see them from about 14 or so up. That's where they actually have gotten competent enough to be at a main match. We've had shooters here, I think, about 14 and up.
Excellent. Thank you, Rusty Chambers, for taking the time to talk with us.
Okay.
Hey, we just wanted to thank everybody for watching, and hope it was a good show. We especially wanted to thank the Pine Nut Mountain Trails Association
And the Brewery Arts Center.
And the Brewery Arts Center. Without them, we couldn't be here.
Exactly.
And we also want to remind people about the Pine Nut Mountain Trails Association meeting.
First Thursday of every month.
And it's up by Best Buy.
Yep.
Right?
Topsy Lane, south end of Carson City, the Round Table Pizza out there at 7 o'clock p.m.
We got the Pine Nut Mountains right here. You know, people can get out and get involved in the Pine Nut. So.
And then there's the Stompers meeting, same night.
Yes, it is the same night, unfortunately. It's the first Thursday of every month, and 7 p.m. at the Pizza Barn. So people want to get out and get interested in four-wheeling.
Responsible four-wheeling?
Yep, and, you know, all experience levels and vehicles, so we do a little bit for everybody.
Yeah. And you can check out our webpage at nv-trails.org.
And webcast on the computer at nvtrails.bactv.org.
And you can email us at tv@nv-trails.org.
You know, we're always looking for people to send in club information. You know, we can get just make awareness of your club, events happening around the area, pictures of how you're enjoying Nevada's trails.
Exactly. Or if you're doing something and you want us to come out and maybe do a shoot on it, or you just want to promote that sport in Nevada, you can come on the show and hook up with us. We also we have a MySpace page now.
Wow.
So there's little videos and stuff like that, pictures of the shoots that we've done and stuff like that.
Uptown Nevada Trail style.
Exactly.
So we hope everybody enjoyed watching from the shooting to the dog sledding, and hope you'll join us next time.
This is Nevada Trails.